All right, most of what we have focused on to this point is energy and looking at how it flows through ecosystems and all, but that doesn't talk a lot about the interactions between these organisms. And the next part of what we're talking about in ecology is more looking at population ecology. So literally, how does the environment and the living things interacting affect the numbers of organisms that can live in certain ecosystems? And one of the driving forces behind populations is competition. Now, when organisms live in the same place and need the same resources, they compete for those resources. So think about the grass in a field. Well, there's lots of things that eat that grass. The deer want the grass. Rabbits want the grass. Little things like caterpillars and insects want to eat the grass. They are all trying to eat the same grass. So they're going to compete to get to the grass that they need. All right? Now, competition can happen within a species. So the members of the same species compete for resources. And it can also happen between species. Members of different species need the same resources and they compete with each other between different species. All right? Now, that competition can limit the number of organisms and the number of species that live in an area. So say that there is enough space, that's one of the big things that limits things, enough food and enough water for 10 deer to live in a field. All right? Those 10 deer are happy. There's just enough food, water, space for them to live comfortably. Well, if 15 deer try to live in that field, there's got to be 5 deer that are either going to starve to death because they're too weak to get enough, or they're going to have to move out. They're going to have to leave in order for there to be enough food, water, and space for the other 10. If there's only enough for 10, 15 cannot live there. They got to go somewhere else because there's just enough for 10. So that's what we're talking about when we look at how competition can limit numbers. Now, within a species, they fight for space and shelter, like places to live. That's very common. And they fight for mates. That's what's happening here. We have 2 stallions, zebra stallions. They're fighting for a herd of mares, probably. All right, so you can have competition within a species. You can also have competition between species. In this case, the lion has probably made a kill. The hyenas are trying to steal it from the lion. So the lion needs to eat, but the hyenas are trying to steal that food to eat it. So this is between different species. Competition happens constantly within ecosystems. It's one of the ruling, overwhelmingly powerful things that happens in ecosystems to control the numbers of organisms.